Glowy, do we have any new patrons?
We have
Not good.
SOCOM, Trenton, Jan, Otter, Ludog, and DB Cyclops. Yes, we have 6 new patrons. It's very, very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. We thank them. It's exciting to see the people from the Discord making their way over to Patreon. Those live streams have been a lot of fun.
You know, it really, really is. Like we had a couple key. We had Yanv show up. Who else? SOCOM.
SOCOM, yeah.
And then we had a couple recent in the last day. We had Ludog and Daniel. Those were like old school, like 5 accounts ago listeners of mine, stream viewers on here. So it's really we have a nice dialectic mix of the patrons showing up, and I'm happy to see them back at the live streams.
Yep, based.
Yeah, it's super fun. Okay, and today we're talking about Iran. Now, Capy, if you're anything like me, you've been enjoying watching Israel get absolutely decimated. Just get fucking smashed. How does that make you feel inside?
It's been keeping me going, honestly. It's been the one thing keeping me going.
That one thing, I tell you what, I have hundreds of things keeping me going, and they're every single drone strike hitting Israel.
Yeah.
Each one just gives me another reason. So this week I have a multitude, hundreds, if not thousands of reasons. Now, it has been great. So it looks like, now I'm no geopolitical expert here, but I would say that do you have that graphic handy of the different phases of the Iran's plan of destroy, deplete, defeat? I don't even know what it is, but phase 1
I don't even think so.
Yeah, phase 1 was effectively what? Like destroy, do the shock and awe thing where you go in there and decimate their comms and their radar and everything.
Yeah, basically running them dry.
Yeah, preventing them from doing reconnaissance and starving the Iron Dome, which is the innermost concentric circle that over Tel Aviv. There's actually, like, I think the outermost one, they call it like David's Sling or something. It's just like, oof. Bro, this whole thing is couched in so much like holy war rhetoric.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like David Sling, and then there's like 4 concentric circles leading into Iron Dome. I think that I had the idea that Iron Dome was the whole system, but the whole system is basically 4 American layers using American infrastructure with the Iron Dome being the innermost one, the sanctum sanctorum, if you will.
Yeah, and as we've seen, the Iron Dome is not all that it cracked up to be.
No, it's getting cracked up for sure.
Oh yeah.
No, it's definitely, like, I was watching video of unguided ballistics fired from a truck from Lebanon, and then without the radar and the SHAD and all the other support systems for Iron Dome, it can't even lock on to like unguided ballistics.
Yeah.
Like even dumb missiles with their like lazy calculus calc 1 trajectories, they can't even lock onto those.
No, yeah, and from what I was seeing, they're shooting up so many interceptors to just stop a single missile or a single drone. It's insane.
And missing. I saw one where it was
over and over.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 interceptors for one thing, and they didn't even hit it. I'm like, brother, that was like a 10K ballistic that you made out of like tin cans welded together, hitting a target, and you just fired a $4 million failure of a response at it. That didn't even work.
Yep. No, it's ridiculous.
So I recently saw, do you think that's cope? I saw something about a tweet where Trump said something about upping the production of interceptors and other like key arsenal or something. And Lockheed Martin said that they were proactively had been working on it for months. Do you think that's cope or that's real or what?
I mean, it might be real, but they're not going to be able to pump those out in the next week or 2 or 3 or it's going to take fucking forever to pump out what they need after what they've just lost.
And at exorbitant prices too, because all those things, like if you think it's real spendy with rare earth minerals to make a phone, and like the touchscreen component on your phone and the speakers and all of that, like could you imagine what like an interceptor missile is?
Oh yeah, God, holy shit.
all sorts of like fine-tuned technology in there.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's great. Give me 1 sec. Smokey is fucking... I can see it, like, over and over again.
Well,
let me
just
do? Get him.
You're going to go beat the cat? Is that what you're about to do?
No, I'm going to bring him in here and sit him on the couch. Hey. All right, give me 1 sec. I'm sorry.
You're doing domestic violence against this feeling. This is all leaving. I'm leaving all this in.
I'm going to hug him. Hold on.
I'm sending this to PETA.
Okay, all right. Come, hey, look. See this? Look at it.
Cat chat. He's literally beating this cat.
Look at it in there.
Chat, don't trust him. Probably does weird shit with it too.
All right. He should be in the bedroom for a little bit. Just
the bedroom, huh?
In there. Yeah, I mean, that was, I love him, but that was just driving me fucking nuts. Did you hear that?
No, I heard it. Okay, so now that Capy is done beating his cat, let's get back to Iran. So Israel's getting decimated. All of the U.S. Air Force. So I feel like we're doing a little bit of a retread, Capy, of things that we had previously discussed on the Patreon live stream.
Yeah, to a degree, yeah, we are.
To a degree. So let's quickly summarize. So you guys, if you guys aren't patrons over at patreon.com/onlineleftist, you're missing out of like 4 hours a week we've been doing. We're probably going to dial that down. We're very busy. However, right now it's so new and so fun, we just can't stop live streaming once we go live. So in the interim, you guys should really cash in. Go over to patreon.com/onlineleftist and join the live streams. They're a lot of fun. We get to just do react content, look at TikToks, roast, chat a little bit. They're very cozy. I've been enjoying them quite a bit.
Yeah, me too. I mean, we were cooking the other night in that one. That was fun.
Yeah, the Iran one. Yeah. Okay.
That was
so basically,
so good.
Yeah. So basically, all of the U.S. allies, quote unquote, in the area, which is I think is a little bit of a misnomer, because I think people think that these countries, like even Jordan, I don't think Jordan is very willingly letting America put air bases, military bases, and militarized installations in their country. Now, however we think about, the what is it, the king of Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever we think. I think he is the king. Whatever the leader of Jordan, however we think about him as sort of like a vassal, fake opposition to Israel and all of that. I still don't think people really want the extra scrutiny and the smoke from having American installations in their base. And I remember reading something about a year or 2 years ago that basically say America threatens these countries to put bases there.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
They threaten them with sanction. They're like, look, you don't want to be on my list of countries I don't like. You want to be on the list of countries I do like. And that the countries that don't participate and allow their some of their real estate to be militarized by the United States government wind up on the wrong end of imperial aggression. So, it's the imperial hegemon sort of forcing these countries. Now, that being said, I don't have a lot of sympathy for them. And I do think all of these U.S. installations around the Middle East and like Bahrain and Jordan, where else are they, Capy? What else is Kuwait. Getting decimated. It's good they're getting flattened to a much higher degree than the U.S. Mockingbird media, the Epstein class. The Epstein class media is letting you know. There's a couple accounts on TikTok that I've been watching, and those bases just seem to be getting leveled. Not just the radars. They're not productive bases any longer.
No, yeah. I mean, it's going to cost the U.S. billion. I mean, I would say, I was going to say millions, but I think it would be closer to billions in order to fix this. Oh, yeah. No, definitely.
I mean, some of those radar installations are just like 1 billion down, boom. Like they spent $1 billion installing this thing and it's just gone in one night. We effectively, Iran has effectively done the equivalent of what we did to Saddam in 92 and again in 2004, right? Go in there in one night and take out all the radar.
Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, and you kind of love to see it. Damn, I think the whole world is rooting for Iran now, except for a couple, the worst professional managerial class, neoliberal, diaspora, minority, like just the worst, like all of the Gusanos.
Yeah,
all of the Middle East Gusanos are like whinging and whining online and trying to appeal to, you know, people like, no, this is bad. You guys should be anti-Iran. It's like, I don't think we should.
No, yeah.
I think the world has collectively agreed, fuck Israel and fuck the United States.
Even people who were manufacturing consent like 2 weeks ago during the protests in Iran are now like, I don't support this war. This is crazy. I want, you know what I mean? They're going the complete opposite direction.
Yeah, I to be honest, I did not actively kind of look at sort of like what was going on in Syria as it was happening, or the Iran protests, because so much of that, I'm just too conspiracy pilled or whatever, but all of that I see just kind of seems to be color revolution stuff. The United States has inserted itself so much into the sort of the feedback communication loop mechanisms that citizenry has with its government. I kind of don't even trust my eyes when it comes to protests anymore.
No, yeah, I completely understand it. It is, I mean, I feel like we see more color revolutions than we do actual legitimate protests, which it should be mentioned that most color revolutions do have legitimate elements to it. It's just the U.S. harnests the actual anger and whatnot of the people and tries to turn it, you know, to benefit them, the West meaning.
I don't even know what to think of when people are talking about Iran as like, and I've seen some like leftoids, some left comms, and they're talking about, you know, it's an authoritarian clerical state and all that. How much of that is valid? Now, I know you and me, if we had our druthers, would not necessarily wish to be under a sort of Islamic clerical regime, but from the ontologically correct campus position, we have to 100% ride with Iran, right? Irrespective of how much we like a particular administration.
So, I mean, yeah, right. I'm a Marxist. I would say that a theocracy is not ideal, right? But at the same time, it's not like the authoritarian dictatorship that people make it out to be. Iran does have a democratic system with a multitude of different views in it, and they vote. You have reformists, you have more conservatives and stuff like that. So it's not like this. I don't know what people quite think if they think that the Ayatollah just decides everything. He really doesn't. The way that I've seen it described is he's basically a spiritual leader. But they do have many democratic functions throughout the country. They have grassroots organizations like the Basij and stuff like that. And I mean, if we just compare the Islamic Republic of Iran to like Saudi Arabia or some of the other, you know, Islamic republics in the area, it's very clear which one of these is progressive and which of them are reactionary.
Which is which?
Well, Iran is extremely progressive, 100%. I mean, I know people have this idea that like, oh, they're killing women for not, you know, wearing the hijab and this and that. That's not even really true. Again, it is a part of Sharia law and it's in their laws. You're supposed to do it, but it's kind of like, you know how here in the U.S. we have laws that like aren't really like reprimanded if they're broken? That's how it is in Iran. Yeah,
like it's illegal to be left-handed in Toledo.
Yeah, stuff exactly. Like they have way more to worry about than, you know, like if a hijab's being worn correctly or whatever. And you can just watch footage of women in Tehran and see that there are women without headscarves and hijabs and all of that. Like, not everybody wears those things. You could confuse some of the women from Tehran. They just look like New Yorkers. It's a stuff like that.
It's just like everywhere else. It's largely mountainous, but there are cosmopolitan centers in Iran that you or I could get lost in and have a great day in, and you know, just go around and have all the modern amenities and all that. They're a modern country that is reasonable and the most rational actor in the area.
Yeah, and you will see women without their headscarves, who have tattoos, who have piercings, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, and as we've seen, many other of these allies in the area that are getting bombarded are largely Muslim-majority countries that do have what a rank-and-file liberal would call dictatorial administrations.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, you had mentioned the UAE. I saw Dubai getting hit.
Yeah, so for instance, Saudi Arabia, as far as I know, unless it's changed, which I don't think it has, women can't drive cars. I'm not sure if how the education works for them, but I know that there aren't like women in the government, I don't believe. Again, I'm not sure about the education thing. I would have to look that up. But the way that people talk about how Iran supposedly oppresses women, it's actually like that in Saudi Arabia, whereas I had just seen the other day, I've yet to confirm it, but I do believe it to be true, that more women graduated like the last year from college in Iran than men, for instance. And women can drive, they can be professionals and do things. There's many women leading the Basajays, and they have their own organizations and stuff. So women in Iran are way more free than they are in Saudi Arabia.
All of these sort of like liberals who are towing the Western supremacist imperial core line of like Iran being like regressive and dictatorial. These things are very much more true in other countries, of which you never hear a peep of them from unless there's a comedy festival playing there or something.
No, yeah, well, that's the thing, is that, Saudi Arabia is an ally, so people just look at it. People are like, oh, Dubai's based. Oh, Saudi Arabia, our ally. Oh, Kuwait's a nice country. It's so weird.
So, Capy, you have prepared a litany of TikToks here that sort of demonstrate a little bit of a microcosm of the conversation that has been playing out online in regards to Iran and the U.S.-Israeli strike on it. What do we have up here first?
Yeah, the first one was a response I came across to Madeline Pendleton, which it's basically Madeline was talking about how liberals will argue that women in Iran need to be freed, and she made the joke that how are we going to free women by making it so that they can wear things like American miniskirts again. And this liberal is like, oh, this is a fake and non-existent argument. But it's not. I've been hearing this my whole life, and it takes, if you go on Google for 60 seconds and you type in Iran in 1970s compared to now, there's just a million memes showing Iran in the 1970s and showing literally women in miniskirts, and then you'll see Iran now, and they're all just in the black garb and whatnot from head to toe. So this is a talking point brought up a lot.
No, 100%, and it is an asinine fashion position because, as everybody knows, the burqa is the more chic choice out of a miniskirt. Miniskirts are gauche, and many women don't even have the legs to pull them off. However, the burqa is chic, timeless, and you can just throw it on and leave the house.
I mean, I think that they look cool, but I just thought it was funny that, the liberals like, oh, she's gaslighting us. And it's like, no, y'all actually make that argument all the time.
They really do. Okay, let's listen to this one here.
Can you believe it? It's like, what are we doing even going to war with Iran right now? What? No, it's horrible what Iran is doing to its people. Of course we should be there. Okay, I thought you were a liberal. Why do you have the same foreign policy as Donald Trump? Whoa, it's not about Donald Trump, okay? It's about doing the right thing for women. Women in Iran are super oppressed, and we have to go to war in order to free them. Okay, and how are we going to free the women exactly? By making it so they can wear things like American miniskirts again.
Interesting. I find it interesting that of all the things that they could be advocating against, they created a fake, non-existent scenario where they demonize liberals in the situation that we find ourselves in today.
Yes, motherfucker. Yes, we're demonizing liberals. Who do you think is doing this strike? I can't even get through this fucking TikTok. Is this rage bait?
Mad already yet?
Why would you not denounce? Give a full-throated Capy. Every day I wake up. I wake up out of my slumber. I open my eyes. I peek around and I see the situation hasn't changed, and I give a full-throated denouncement of liberalism writ large every day.
Absolutely. Yeah, me too.
That is the best way to do it. Okay, let me continue. Do you think this person is Middle Eastern in diaspora? Turkish? Is that what this symbol means right here?
I'm not sure, honestly.
Like the evil eye symbol? I don't know.
Oh, so okay. Yeah, that's what that is, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. Let's continue
today.
Here.
They paint liberals as a supporter of this administration and its actions against foreign nations for the sake of spreading American miniskirts across the globe. And now, why would you do that? This is the question I ask myself. And also, who are these liberals? Because I want to talk to them personally. I'm having a hard time finding anyone across the political spectrum that supports this, except a very hardcore base of people. But they were going to support anything anyways.
Supports what? The strikes in Iran?
Yeah, I guess that's what she's saying.
I'm kind of like, what do you mean?
But people on both sides of the aisle do support it. That's the thing. And they may hate Trump and they may not like Trump, but they almost hate Iran more.
No, yeah, no, 100%. And this is a Westoid position. Is like, well, if DPRK was so good, why aren't I making money selling them T-shirts?
Yeah, no,
why aren't they eating slop and doing empty-headed consumerism if they're so good? It's like, number one, they literally, it's their number one thing. If free, why not have 47 options for cereal that'll give you diabetes? I don't understand.
Or they say, how come North Koreans don't wear jeans?
Yeah, because see, to the American Westoid, let me hip you here. They have not realized that the burqa. The burqa is the most fashion-forward item in the world. I wholeheartedly believe this. I got into like a little argument with a Persian person online they're like, what do you think about this? And first of all, big mistake. Don't give me a clothing item that looks like political activism and be like, what do you think about this? I'm like, this is trash. What the fuck? It was like a pro-Palestinian sweatshirt, but it was like a gauche grandma hoodie. I'm like, brother, why? And I looked, it was like $60. I'm like, literally, this is not going to translate for the podcast, but I was showing them like, no, like, look at like Persian fashion. They had like the men wear that cool, it's like a little middle waist thing, and they have like these kind of baggy, flowy pants. I don't know what they're called. I'm like, that shit is lit.
Yeah,
it's authentically better. They have a culture and they have their own fashion scene, and it is authentically better. Why would you want to export blue jeans? And blue jeans are destroying the environment, by the way.
Oh yeah,
I don't think people realize this. You need like 50 gallons of water to make one pair of jeans. They thrash anywhere. That's why we don't even make them domestically anymore, really. They port them out to like places like Japan and other like niche jean creation places because we don't want to the economic burden of making them here.
Yeah.
Any longer. They're terrible. Damn, the blue jeans at one point were a symbol of freedom, but I see them literally as a symbol of like American imperial decadence.
Yeah. Hey, I don't even wear them. I hate blue jeans.
Yeah, consumerism born out of manufactured preference, out of concert with its environment that has disastrous implications, both geopolitically and and environmentally.
Yeah, absolutely. And in a fashion sense, they just fucking suck. I'm going to be real.
Yeah, and if you can't even pair them with a jean jacket or else you're going to look like a Canadian. Okay, continuing with this TikTok.
So to come on here and paint liberals as people that are part of that hardcore base, that support American intervention in places like the Middle East.
They do!
What?
Can you believe it? It's like...
I feel like that one meme from the Batman movie, Does She Know? She has to know that is what liberals do, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, come on. Look, what we're doing today to Iran is the continuation of policies from before George Bush, but in my lifetime, right? I've seen this shit through George Bush, through Obama, the Biden administration. I mean, come on. It's funny. It's like, don't you remember the interventions in the wars that Obama was in?
Yeah, 100. No, they don't. It's really selective, or they like to carve out. They're like, well, that's not the liberal I meant. They're not talking about economic liberalism, right? They're not talking about like liberalism as the sort of envelope or umbrella of beliefs sort of created by the left side of the aisle during the French Revolution, including private property and sort of the enfranchisement of the yeoman, right? The rank and file guy. Mm-hmm. They are thinking of liberal as synonymous with progressive.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's because the word liberal in America has been so skewed.
Right. Which makes me want to play. Damn. Should we get into that DJ Soulchild thing?
Yeah, we can. Sure.
All right. Let's listen to this DJ Soulchild, who is sort of like, he became like a lightning rod or the face. Him along with like Tory and other people of like the sort of 92%er movement, which is like, okay, fuck you. You didn't vote Democrat. I don't really care. I hope Palestinian turns into glass. I'm going to go eat at McDonald's. I'm going to enjoy my Starbucks. And they sort of became like an arch villain, which is significant because of this take that he has now. The caption says, you know what? Tel Aviv had it coming. Now what?
I'm glad Tel Aviv got blown the hell up. Now what? Now what? What y'all gonna do about it? You gonna cry? You gonna get mad? Y'all already mad supporting me. I already got nothing to lose. I ain't getting no gigs in Jersey. And my albums ain't selling like that because y'all took all my big platforms to sell it. So you know what? Screw it. If I'm going down, I'm taking down as many of y'all with me. Tel Aviv had to go. Now what?
It's all reactionary shit. Fuck you and fuck Palestine. I'm eating at McDonald's because you didn't vote for Kamala, and now you didn't show up for me.
Yeah.
Wherever you didn't show up and you're not supporting me now fuck Israel. God damn, this motherfucker might forth. He might be the most American motherfucker I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, like, it is goofy because, like, I don't know, you could have just been like this from the beginning. Like, everyone else is on board with it, and then you weren't. You just, also, by the way, like, because people here didn't vote for Kamala, you're going to go continue funding organizations and companies that are being boycotted by BDS. Like, you're not hurting the people here by doing that. You're just hurting Palestinians, you fucking jerk off.
And all those fast food places are disastrous. They have so much smoke for, like, minority communities have so much smoke for, like, something like, you know, Korean liquor store owners, but not McDonald's? What's the fucking difference? McDonald's will call the cops on you quicker than anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
They're anti-homeless. I mean, they're manipulating real estate prices. McDonald's whole model is buying up real estate. They don't care about the slop they sell you. They make all their money with doing real estate speculation. Like, they're messing up the hood as much as anybody else. So it's not even just like, let alone Palestine. Let alone, it's not in anybody's economic interest whatsoever to keep on supporting fast food places. These companies are, in my eyes, like the devil.
No, yeah. Like, there are so many reasons to not eat it. If you care about rainforests, Palestinians, black people here in America, if you care about anything fucking nice in the world, you probably shouldn't eat that shit because they're going to destroy it.
And all of the packaging, the printing, and some of the customer service, all of that stuff comes from American gulags, American labor camps known as prisons, labor camps known as prison. Yeah,
I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, no. Remember, there is a lot of these corporations. Now, this was the case, and I think that they may have divested and rebranded, and it's hard to find stuff on this because nobody wants to be linked to it. But yes, very many prisons are self-contained industries, and they do a lot of printing and packaging and stuff like that. And last I checked, Starbucks in particular, as of like 5 years ago, I tried to verify like about a year and a half ago. If you go back in your Discord, probably one of the first 20 posts was me going in there and saying, hey, does anyone have updated information about Starbucks using prison labor to do their packaging? And everyone was like, they kind of did a Google and found what I found. But no, a lot of these prisons do packaging, and apparently, and not only that, if you search around, I think the prison abolition movement has a lot more information about this. But there are a lot of inmate leasing services and work order stuff, work release stuff that has corporate partnerships. Like, you leave prison to go work at Wendy's.
Okay, yes, see, I didn't know that. I obviously know a little bit about the private prison system and what we produce, but I didn't know that it was in any way related to fast food. That's interesting.
They're all people keep, they only bring up private prisons. It's not just private prisons. State-run prisons are just as financialized and monetized as everything else.
I get you. Yeah. Yeah. We've had this conversation. Yeah.
Okay. And here is Tori. I tried to find a clip of DJ Soulchild saying, go eat at McDonald's, but all I could find is him apologizing for his take.
Probably.
So in that, yeah, I think it's been scrubbed, whatever. So there was a movement during the Palestinian genocides where people online, sort of like leftoid Palestinian activists, who were collecting all these bad takes. Now, some of them might have a archive of DJ Soulchild saying, "Go, fuck it, go eat at McDonald's, go eat at Starbucks or whatever." However, what I did find was this clip of Tori/Nene, who is now this was circa January 2025. Saying, leave DJ Soulchild alone.
Y'all know what's funny? All the attacking y'all did to black people when they said, forget it, I'm going to Starbucks and McDonald's. Whoever got on that train with me, because I'm the one who started it, me, myself, and I only, y'all go after them more than y'all came after me. DJ Soulchild apologized. And y'all still attacking him for. You know what I think it is? I think the fact that he apologized and he backtracked, which that is totally up to him. I think that's why y'all going after him. Y'all know.
That is kind of true, Capy. It's the apology. I don't understand why these micro niche celebrity people or internet influencers, I don't know what the purpose of the apology is whatsoever, unless it was mandated as part of like some contract. They're not going to get the 10 grand from a certain company unless they do a weak tea apology. I don't know what they serve, because they seem to, these apologies online by these creators seem to be like a self-inflicted wound, which draws blood, which then leads to more, hens to come and peck at it. Like chickens, they peck at you until you're bloody, and then they peck the bloody spots. Well, this is making your own bloody spot, and then all the hens come around to peck at you. Like, why even apologize? You might as well just double down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. So I think that this is correct in that him apologizing showed weakness or that he was at least capable of knowing that he was wrong. I don't know. But let's listen to the rest of this.
I don't give a shit. Y'all can keep running up my algorithm. I don't care. And I think it's because I don't care, y'all left me alone. See, y'all can only affect somebody that allows themselves to be affected. I'm at peace with my decision. I'm relaxing for the next 4 years. While Trump is saying, hey, if y'all ain't got y'all shit together by January the 20th, all hell is about to break loose on your home. And this is why I backed the fuck up. Y'all wanted exactly what y'all got. Y'all wanted Trump in office, and now Trump is in office. Y'all did petty ass shit to make sure black people weren't safe in this country because your people already weren't safe in your country. And
wait, but
so she's directly talking to Palestinians and Palestinian activists right here, because y'all people weren't safe in your country. This shit is so deranged.
It's crazy because, like, also does she think that black people would be safe if we just elected a Democrat? Because that's historically never been the case.
Yeah, Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton were some of the key figures behind doing the crime bill.
Yeah, and like institutional racism doesn't go away just because you elect a Democrat. Like, they're just as fucking racist.
Did you see this down here? DJ Soulchild, hashtag Starbucks, hashtag McDonald's.
Oh, fuck. Bro, it's so frustrating too, because it's like, this is the very minimum. And by the way, I don't think that Palestinian activists are only going after like black people for that. People are going after anyone who doesn't follow the boycott. We've had discussions about it in my Discord server where people have been like, yo, I'm eating McDonald's. And everyone's like, why? What are you doing?
No. This whole thing it's very cynical. They are framing the opposition and the pushback they're getting as anti-black rhetoric.
Yeah.
They're saying, like, this doesn't even make sense for you to have this position. This is a very cynical, weaponized piece of idpol. They're framing any sort of pushback to saying, like, you're sort of deranged for having this take as like, oh, so y'all just hate black people. That is basically what this is. This is one of the most cynical hedgehogging personas I've ever seen online.
Yeah.
But I honestly think that her and DJ Soulchild are basically just rage baiters. They think they all they care is short-term harm reduction. That is all they care. And you know what? From like an Afro-pessimism point of view, I don't even feel qualified to really push back. I don't have the lived experience of being black in America. There may be drastic differences in between Republican and Democrat administrations as far as black Americans go. I have not seen that borne out. I do think that there is some uptick, right, to like police. I think that police feel emboldened probably under Republicans. Yeah. Right. And maybe some of the counter protesters get disproportionately, brutalized by some of these right wing cops during Republican. But I think that is sort of like a vanishingly small thing, and that the largest antagonism is just sort of like living in redlined areas and underfunded areas and systemic violence and systemic racism that exists irrespective of who's in the White House.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about it. It is systemic, so it doesn't really matter who's in the White House. So
okay, I don't even want to listen to the rest of this. Okay, do you want to get into some good takes?
Yeah, I figured we might as well have some good takes in there. The one video I thought
wait. Hold on. Okay, so I say all that to say this. Like, look at this. So here is now Kamala at Jesse Jackson's, I guess, memorial. Jesse Jackson died. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's cut away from that real quick to go to this now. Now here is Kamala Harris seemingly trying to position herself as, this wouldn't be happening under me.
So let me just say, I predicted a lot about what's happening right now.
I doubt it.
I'm not into saying I told you so, but we did see it coming.
This is fucking rage baiting me. Miss Cop City, the top cop, fucking Cop City, pro-Israel, #1 beneficiary of corporate donations in American history, is saying, I saw it coming. Like, what did you see coming?
Yeah,
the stuff that you liked?
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's okay when Democrats do it, bad when Trump does it.
Yeah.
But what I did not predict is that we would not have Jesse Jackson with us right now to help us get through this.
Okay, I'm not listening to the rest of this. Okay, and let's just very quickly I can't, bro. I'm getting fucking rage baited by this. These people just say anything. There is such a disconnect in between American political rhetoric, especially at like electoral rhetoric, campaign speeches, stump events, and or like public speaking events like this, like memorials and this type of thing, versus like Democrats in action. And it's like, it'll like give you whiplash. It makes you like question reality. It's like literally gaslighting.
Yeah.
But anyways, here's her during her 2024 campaign asked about Iran.
Hit on some foreign policy. Which foreign country do you consider to be our greatest adversary?
I think there's an obvious one in mind, which is Iran. Iran has American blood on their hands, okay? This attack on Israel, 200 ballistic missiles. What we need to do to ensure that Iran never achieves the ability to be a nuclear power, that is one of my highest priorities.
So if you have proof that Iran is building a nuclear weapon, would you take military action?
I'm not going to talk about hypotheticals at this moment.
So yes. So
of course she would.
Like, what do you mean? And not only that, why are they caped for Israel almost harder than the Republicans. Biden was doing everything he could to show that they would allow, and I think that they were much more effective. They sat there with those presidential press briefings and smirked. We have this report, baby blown up by Israeli missile that said "fuck you, baby" on it.
Yeah,
this missile is headed towards a baby, and then that blew up a baby. Oh well, of course, Israel's its own country. You guys realize that, right? It was an American missile. Built by an American company and sold to them by an American company, and then with an American company making the guiding system, and then it was targeting using Google AI services. Oh well, you realize Israel's its own country, right, guys? Smirk. And okay, yeah, and thank you for bringing this to our attention. We're gonna go ahead and investigate this behind the scenes, and then we'll get back to you never about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was their script for years. And now we're to believe that the Democrats would have done anything differently than the Trump administration?
It's crazy. What she just said was in line with the Republicans' policies right now. And in fact, in history, we've seen Democrats outright the Republicans, outright the right. For instance, when Donald Trump went over to Korea and shook hands with Kim Jong-un, they couldn't believe it. They were like, oh, how dare he go over there and be diplomatic with that dictator. We should be bombing them. You know what I mean?
He did the exact type of fake diplomacy, which is like photo ops, that JFK is like lauded for.
Yeah.
People love sucking off JFK's big old dead dick. They fucking love glazing JFK, but that bitch was just a fucking Republican.
Yeah.
He just was like, he would be considered like a neocon these days. And he did the same sort of hollow photo ops in lieu of diplomacy, which I guess is better than nothing. But it's the same sort of empty gestures.
Yeah, it's meaningless.
Yeah, meaningless. I mean, it's good as you can, a photo op as sort of an armistice, I'll take it. Right? That's fine. It's better than nothing. You know what I mean? It's sort of like paused escalation. But I mean, so that's fine. Did you see recently? So, and people were saying, what has changed? Now, on our live stream, you would said that this is not a distraction against the Epstein stuff. And let me cook here. Cappy, you fucking Epstein show. Okay, Cappy, in the live stream that we did at patreon.com/onlineleftist, you had said, yeah, and people are saying this is like an Epstein distraction. I agree, it's in line with American imperialism. However, I saw a clip of somebody saying that someone was quoted Trump as saying during the 12-day war in 2025, was it? Is that the...
Yeah, it was just a few months back.
Basically, they had floated the idea of striking Khamenei back in, it sounds so weird when I'm saying it, back in the 12-day war, and Trump had said, did the Iranians kill an American yet? If not, why would I do this? Why would I literally do this? So he was on record within just the last year, the 12-day war, saying, I don't want to take out Khamenei. And now, in right at the advent of this strike, which started last week, the beginning of last week, Netanyahu apparently reached out to Trump and said, don't do this action. Because he was afraid, Netanyahu specifically was afraid that Trump would do another one of his half-ass photo op strikes against Iran, and then they would use that as an opportunity to go to the negotiating table again and might enable Iran to start ramp up their nuclear program again for energy, enriching uranium, plutonium, whatever. And so Netanyahu officially said, don't do this unless you're doing a big ass strike. So, and I think Trump, in contravention of even what Netanyahu told him, went ahead and did the strike.
And now it's biting them in the ass.
And it was kind of what Netanyahu was afraid of. Don't do this unless you're ramped up and ready to go, because Iran is they're ready this time.
Yeah.
Like Netanyahu, for wherever you want to say it, he applies what we would call materialist realism, right?
I suppose so, yeah.
These people get it. They understand like the real politic of this. Like, no, this situation's different. If you do this now, this is going to be bad.
Yeah.
And you are not going to do the follow through. And as we see, Trump did it, helped Israel with it. I think that this was a Trump instigated strike, by the way. I don't know. Or either that, I've seen there's conjecture about this, who really led the strike. I am leaning, because of behind the scenes narrative, that this kind of low key was a Trump endeavor, irrespective of Netanyahu's advice, as a distraction from the fucking files. The ones even just released last Thursday about the 13-year-old victim, the this, the that, because it's in contravention to what he said a year ago and what he was advised to do a week ago.
I get you.
And yet here we are getting fucking pummeled.
I guess
America just getting wasted.
I would adjust what I said to maybe be that the primary reason for the war is not necessarily to cover up files. However, it could very well be a convenient and timely way. It's happening. Might as well, you know what I mean? Might as well use it as a shield. But yeah, no, I tend to think a little less conspiratorial than you, I think. I think that's why we work so good together, though.
However, this could not happen without them stochastically denouncing Iran for 50 years.
Of course,
For 47 years, we have been banging the drum and manufacturing consent for regime change in Iran over and over again. And like in a frenetic pace ever since 2004, it's like literally there's a neocon popping on one of them talking head panel shows every week, reminding Fox viewers and News Nation and all of those people, all those alt-right / neocon / far-right news organizations, that Iran is an enemy and they need to be taken out eventually.
Yeah. I think I also wanted to bring up, I think honestly what Trump thought was, he had good luck in Venezuela with the kidnapping of Maduro. It worked out. We saw the Ba'ath Party in Syria get overthrown, and the U.S. backed Giuliani instantly. It was very easy. I think Trump was thinking, we're getting shit done. How hard could it be to do regime change in Iran, and he had an ego about it, and then gets into it, and then it's like, oh fuck, they're different.
I will say Venezuela was the cleanest decapitation I've ever seen in my lifetime.
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, I mean, that was like, holy shit. Like, I really kind of churned my stomach, like, oh, damn, the U.S. can kind of outwill, just have total information awareness and take someone out. However, Venezuela is not Iran, as we see.
Yes.
Iran is taking over drones. Iran is like disabling like long-range bombers. Like, stuff just doesn't work in Iran the way that you would imagine.
Oh yeah, and Iran, they have Venezuela, Maduro had a lot of support. The Socialist Party had a lot of support, but obviously there was issues internally in the party structures in the country. I always argue that Venezuela should have had a dictatorship of the proletariat. Iran is a much more ideologically solidified country. And I do believe that the government in Iran does have more support than Maduro in Venezuela. The people generally, it's not that there's no one there that doesn't like it, but the majority of people do like it. And even the ones who didn't, after Khamenei got killed, the anti-government organizations are out in the street now chanting pro-government slogans.
The Shia religion subsection of Islam of the Muslim population is like one that's more calibrated towards revolutionary fervor.
Yes.
And then they martyred their religious leader, the Ayatollah, during Ramadan.
Yeah, I've seen that.
After internally preparing their citizenry for an inevitable conflict with America, this is just sort of a prophetic thing. They're locked and loaded and ready to go. They're not coming back to the negotiation tables.
No, and the people are unified now more than ever. And something I saw someone else say, I forget who, but it's very interesting, but all of the people in the country, the younger generation maybe, who didn't quite understand why their parents and why their elders, have so much hate for America because they never experienced like a war or anything like that. Well, now they understand.
Just a 4K reminder. They're watching kids get blasted. And not only that, think about how you feel, how it would honestly feel to be watching the news and looking at the bedlam outside your window at things like a police park. Something arbitrarily named police getting bombed because the AI systems are mistaking that for a police headquarters or something. Or things that you have painted on a tarmac, like a fake Chinook helicopter getting bombed in a sort of Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner subterfuge. And you realize, oh, these people are bloodthirsty and they're letting stupid AI dictate fair targets.
Yeah.
Just mentally checked out autopilot imperial warfare.
Absolutely.
It's got to be like horrifying.
No, definitely. And again, America, we don't care. We'll bomb indiscriminately. If I'm, I don't think I'm incorrect, but I'd heard that they were carrying out carpet bombings, and isn't that a violation of the Geneva Convention?
I mean, when was the last time America gave a fuck
well,
about
they,
that?
they don't. My argument is the Geneva Convention is actually to hold other countries down, because a lot of the things that violate the Geneva Convention are things that countries that have low levels of production do, like gases and stuff.
You were talking
like
about like sarin gases and other stuff. The mechanisms, the sort of two-step biker dope type of ballistics and artillery that they can quickly manufacture in their backyard are like almost specifically the things that are in contravention of the Geneva Convention, and yet like a nuke isn't.
Yeah, right. Come on, it's fucking.
It's really, don't gas people, but like, what about you dropping nukes on them? Oh, that's actually not covered. Don't worry about that. That's actually fair. We do a double knock nuke. It's fine.
Yeah, the Geneva Convention is a joke, and it literally just serves imperialist interests.
Yes, and there is a reason why they wanted to take out this Ayatollah. Is that it looks like because he was woke?
Oh,
this
yeah.
next TikTok alleges.
He was really woke though. It's just people don't. You got to read them.
All right, let me listen to this. I want to know about the woke, the Ayawoka. I need to know about this, the wokester. All right, let me listen to this guy here.
The funniest thing to come out of the Israeli-Iranian conflict is that people started going through the old tweets of the leader of Iran, Ayatollah Khamenei, and they discovered that he's actually woke as fuck. Here's some of his bangers. Back in 2015, he recognized the hardships that Black Americans went through, and he said Black Lives Matter.
He said there's a tweet on screen here. It says they celebrate a day for the abolition of slavery, but such crimes are committed against the blacks. Eric Garner, Trayvon Martin, Black Lives Matter. Holy shit!
Fucking based.
Super based.
Forgive the blacks part of this sentence. He is from the Middle East. His heart is in the right place.
Yeah.
So moving on. Back in 2019, he was relaying to his fellow Muslims that a real Muslim respects the existence of Jesus Christ and.
He says here, any Muslim who denies Jesus Christ and Saint Mary's infallibility is rejected by Islam. This is how Islam respects Jesus and Mary. Peace be upon them. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I believe so.
Wow, look at that. So Mary is a prophet, huh?
They're based.
I mean, I know the Catholic community probably loves to see this.
Mary, and that a real Muslim does not hate Christians. I wonder what
True.
Netanyahu and his fellow Israelis think of Jesus Christ. I'll tell you, it's nothing as nice as this. Believe it or not, the Ayatollah actually has a lot of tweets where he's like, just respecting women. He's like...
So he says here, you can't leave all tasks to your wife and then criticize her, even if she's a scientist politician, yet when interacting within a family, she's a flower. True!
They're based.
True. Look at this guy. This guy is real fucking, he's for the girls.
Yeah. This is the guy that liberals are fucking trashing right now. When we have someone like Donald Trump as president, Mr. Grab him by the pussy, Khamenei would never say something like that.
No, he's more of a grab some flowers on the way home for the old lady.
Yeah.
I love helping women get education. Women are smarter than men. I love my wife. The dude has been in a monogamous marriage for 60 years, but the West will never tell you this. I mean, look at this shit, man. The average Republican doesn't talk about women like this, man. Do not believe Western media, man.
So it says here, Imam Ali, peace be upon him. Oh, so it's peace be upon them, peace be upon him. Okay, Imam Ali, peace be upon him, said, wife is a flower. She's not your house servant to do your heavy works. Hashtag rural. Go ahead and tackle that one for me, Cappy.
Rural
women, Iran women. And it says, girls in villages and cities are different. Sometimes rural girls are scientifically more talented. Society needs such talents. And we have here a rainbow assortment of burqas.
It's fucking based. Look, you see, I reposted this. This is my name down there.
Yeah, I do. I see it. Yeah, he's cool as fuck, dog.
He is.
Okay, and then to wrap up here, it says, pro-Iran old lady at a protest gets asked about Iranians. Okay, let's just go ahead and let the TikTok do the talking here.
Our sign says solidarity with Iran. You do know that there are Iranians right now that are celebrating what happened.
Oh, sure. There are monarchists that want the old corrupt system back of privilege.
True!
Absolutely.
We're fucking roasting the diaspora, huh?
Yo, she's based.
Back of privilege, yes. But the Iranian Revolution, which called for nationalizing the oil and using it for the development of the whole country, that's what the U.S. wants back. That's what they want to reverse.
True!
They want to colonize every country of the world and do it at the point of a gun.
Who is this queen?
That's my grandma. Like, that's our grandma.
Imagine how much better it would be if we were raised by women like this. Literally true, word for word, bar for bar, accurate. Objectively correct position.
She's great.
That in a nutshell is the United States policy and the motivation for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We just don't want them nationalizing the oil.
No. Yeah. Oh,
this is literally what it is.
This is always the reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's like it seems so cliche, but like goddamn, and it's not just oil. It's not just oil. It's the nationalization. It's the nationalizing of the productive forces of anything that capitalism can use. They just don't like it for what it portends with their capability of doing resource extractism in that country.
Yeah. No, yeah.
It widely does not bode well for people who want to do foreign direct investment and resource extraction.
Yeah, the West wants your labor, they want your resources, they want your markets, they want fucking everything.
They want everything. Well, they're not going to fucking get it. They're not going to get it this time,
Not from
Cappy. Iran is going to lay waste to the great Satan of Israel. It's going to glass it. It's going to be beautiful. And then the Palestinian people are going to come out like the Who's at the end of the How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and they're going to sing a song, and the whole world is going to hear it. It's going to be beautiful.
It will be, yeah.
Okay, that's it, everybody. Okay, Cappy, I think that's it. This was a fun little chat. Is there anything else you want to regale our listeners with? And all of you, I'm going to be... Hey, guys, if you're listening on Spotify, if you're listening to this, if you heard this organically, come hang out. We're very fun. If you like anything that you hear, you're definitely going to like the Discord. The Discord is popping. The convo in there, lively. The political takes, hot and solid. And the people in there, cool. And all of their genitals are perfect. Exactly what you would want. With blood flow and or juiciness and all of that. I'm just guessing, I'm presuming, but that is the vibe I get generally from our very esteemed listener and Discord user base. And when you, there is a application process, you can circumvent that. Go to patreon.com/onlineleftists and sign up for the tier, the podcast tier, and connect your Patreon to your Discord, and you will be teleported directly into it. And you circumvent the application process, or you can just go to linktree.com/redarmycapybara and click on the Discord link, and then apply and get in there if you're a brokey. Either way, we love to see you in there, and all my stuff is at linktree.com/glowboytv. And that's it. Cappy, anything else you want to say to these people?
If you enjoy these podcasts, then definitely join the Patreon so that you can join us for our live streams, because then you can interact with us.
100%. And they're so fun.
They're great.
So fun. We've really been having a blast doing them. It's fun because you and me don't get the opportunity to like live stream for a chat very often, because you do your own live streams, I do my own, and they're fun. And yeah, we chat in each other's live streams, but it's nice to do a super band effectively of me and you on the stream. Yeah, it's plus our fused, merged listener and followers. It's very fun.
Yeah, and they're very
nice,
funny.
Eclectic mix.
We have a lot of good jokes, a lot of good times, and it's laid back, you know.
Yeah, it is a good hang. All right, for all of you out there who have been deprived of a third space, you have found it. Now just go to the Patreon, go to our Discord, and you have found your people. All right, everybody, that's it. Have a good night.
Take it easy.